In a land where ancient magic sleeps beneath broken ruins, two rivals cross paths on the same fateful night. Aiden, the reckless warrior chasing glory. Lyn, the cold-minded sorceress chasing revenge. They hate each other. They always have. But destiny whispers a cruel truth. You were chosen, together, when their hands touch the same cursed relic. A burning mark appears. A twin-shaped sigil that binds their souls. At first, they don't understand the curse, but when Aiden tries to walk away, his chest tightens. When Lyn tries to cast a spell against him, her magic collapses. The relic's voice echoes in their minds. Survive together? Or die alone? Their rivalry suddenly becomes their death sentence. Aiden wants to break the curse. Lyn wants to use it. So they walk, side by side, even when their pride screams to run. When Aiden fights monsters, Lyn heals him because if he dies, so does she. When Lyn faces ancient traps, Aiden shields her because her pain becomes his pain. Two enemies, forced to protect each other. Their quest leads them through forgotten temples, haunted forests, and mountains where old gods still breathe. Along the way, the sigil glows brighter, reacting to danger, and reacting to something else, trust, even if they refuse to admit it, the curse that binds them. May also be the bond that saves them. But in the final chamber, they learn the darkest truth. Only one of them can break the curse. And the relic demands a sacrifice. Two rivals entered the journey, but only one will choose the ending. At dawn, the sigil in their hands begins to crack. Not breaking, but changing. Aiden clenches his fist as golden light bleeds from his skin. Lyn steps back, realizing the marks are forming a second pattern, a countdown. Each crack marks the approach of something ancient and unstoppable. The curse is not just binding them, it's summoning something. Their first night on the mountain reveals the truth. A towering creature formed from smoke and bone hunts them. It moves only when they fight each other. Every argument, every insult, every moment of distrust, it grows stronger. Aiden draws his sword. Lyn raises her staff. But the monster's voice curls like smoke. Conflict feeds me, break the bond. And I break the world. The curse is alive, watching, judging. When Aiden slips near a cliff edge, Lyn catches him, not out of kindness, but because letting him fall would drag her down too. Still, for the first time, their eyes meet without hatred, just fear. And a silent truth neither can escape. They need each other more than either wants to admit. The sigil responds with a gentle pulse. Almost warm. Around a dying campfire, Lyn reveals the truth she has hidden for years. The relic they touched, the twin sigil, killed her family long ago. She didn't come to break it. She came to avenge them. Aiden listens in silence. For the first time, he realizes Lyn's cold heart hides a deeper wound, one even he cannot mock. But when she finishes her story, Aiden reveals a secret of his own. He was born with a mark too, not a curse, a prophecy. The prophecy said, your fate is bound to the enemy you fear the most. He always thought it meant a monster. He never expected her. As the fire fades, the sigil in their hands glows, brighter than ever. Their stories, their truths, have awakened the second stage of the curse. Lightning cracks across the sky. The ground trembles, and a stone tower erupts from the earth beneath them. The sigil whispers a new command, enter or perish. Their journey is no longer simple. It is a trial, a test of bond, or destruction. The earth shakes beneath their feet as the stone tower rises, twisting toward the clouds like a spine of an ancient beast. Aiden and Lyn stare up, their sigils burning hotter with every heartbeat. The entrance opens on its own, not like a door, but like a mouth welcoming prey. A cold whisper follows the wind. Only united footsteps may reach the truth. They take the first step, together. The first chamber holds no monsters, only mirrors. Dozens of them, hundreds, reflections stretch into infinity, but none move when Aiden or Lyn do. Instead, the reflections act out their future. Aiden lying dead, Lyn kneeling alone, the curse shattered. At a terrible price, Aiden growls, punching a mirror. But the reflection bleeds instead of glass, not his blood. Lyn's. Reject each other and destiny breaks you. Two glowing symbols appear, one beneath Aiden, one beneath Lyn. A voice speaks. Suddenly, the platform cracks in half. Aiden begins to fall, but only Lyn's magic can save him. Lyn's magic collapses unless Aiden lends her strength. They must rely on each other. Simultaneously, for the first time, Aiden closes his eyes and trusts. Lyn reaches out, letting his energy flow into her spell. A rope of light forms, pulling Aiden back to safety. When he stands again, breathless, the voice whispers, "Bond acknowledged." The sigil brightens. At the top of the tower, they find a throne made of broken memories, shattered weapons, torn robes, cracked armor. On the throne sits a figure of shadows, the keeper of echoes, neither alive nor dead. It speaks with 1,000-layered voices. "I am the echo of every bond this curse has tested. Show me your unity, or share the fate of those who failed." The shadows form weapons, a sword for Aiden, a staff for Lyn, made from their own fears. The trial begins. The keeper attacks with monstrous speed. Aiden charges forward, but the shadow cuts through his armor like smoke. Lyn casts a spell, but the magic disperses as if swallowed by air. Then they realize they must synchronize. Aiden's swings must match Lyn's spells. Lyn's magic must amplify Aiden's strikes. Their breaths align. Their steps match. Their wills merge. Aiden slashes. Shadows begin to form between the trees, not monsters. Not beasts, but memories, memories that bleed. Aiden sees his younger self, standing alone in a battlefield of dead soldiers. The day he learned never to trust anyone, Lyn sees herself at age 10. Holding her mother's cold hand, the cursed sigil glowing on the floor. These phantoms don't simply show the past, they speak. Aiden's memory says, "You failed them all. You always will." Lyn's memory whispers, "You should have died with your family." The forest attacks not with claws, but with pain. Overwhelmed, Aiden drops to his knees. Lyn tries to cast a barrier spell, but her magic cracks, collapsing under emotional weight. The phantoms circle them. Every memory they ever tried to bury, rising to suffocate them. Aiden snarls, punching the ground. "I'm tired of being ruled by the past." But the phantom steps through him, draining his strength. Lyn trembles, whispering, "I can't face this again." The sigils on their hands dim. Their bond weakens, and the forest prepares to swallow them whole. Just when Lyn collapses, someone grabs her wrist, warm, steady, alive. Aiden, even though his own memories torture him. He stands, for her. He pulls her close and shouts, "Look at me, Lyn. That's not you. That's not who you are anymore." His voice cuts through the forest. For the first time, Lyn sees Aiden not as a rival, but as someone who refuses to let her break. She lifts her hand, touching a sigil. A spark of unity flares. Their curse marks burn bright, burning away the phantoms. Together, they scream, "We decide our fate." The forest shakes as the memories dissolve into light. A giant figure of vines and stone rises from the earth, the keeper of roots, the heart of the forest. It speaks with a voice older than the mountains. "You confronted your past together, but will you confront truth?" The keeper attacks. Its vines whip through the air like living blades. Aiden slices them, Lyn burns them with magic, but the creature regenerates every wound. Then Lyn notices something. Its heart glows with the same sigil as theirs. Half complete, she shouts to Aiden. We're not meant to kill it. We're meant to connect with it. They press their sigils to the glowing heart, light bursts outward. The force stops breathing, and then exhales. The keeper sinks back into the earth, leaving behind a final whisper. The third mark awakens soon. Prepare yourselves. For when it appears, trust will no longer be enough. Aiden and Lyn look at their hands. A faint outline of a third symbol begins forming, like a sleeping eye waiting to open. Their journey is becoming more dangerous, more impossible, more connected. Ahead lies the next trial, the city where time refuses to move. After escaping the forest, Aiden and Lyn reach a wide valley covered in silver mist. At its center stands a massive city, tall towers, glowing crystals, bridges carved from moonstone. But not a single movement, not a sound. Everything is frozen, birds in mid-flight. Water stopped in the air, people standing like statues. Even the wind refuses to pass through. The sigil in their hands pulses. As if warning them, time is broken here. Aiden steps through the silent streets, waving his hand in front of a frozen merchant's face. No blink, no breath. Lyn brushes her fingers over a floating drop of water. It doesn't move, she whispers. A time lock spell this powerful. It shouldn't exist, Aiden replies. Then why does the curse bring us here? Before she can answer, their sigils glow violently, the strongest reaction they've ever felt. Something in the city is connected to their curse. Something waiting. At the center of the city stands a colossal clock tower. Its hands are stuck at 11:11. Lyn tries to cast a detection spell, but her magic fizzles like time itself refuses to let her interfere. Suddenly, boom, the tower shakes. One heartbeat, just one. The sound echoes across the silent city. Aiden steps back, gripping his sword. Lyn's eyes widen. The city is not dead. It's waiting to wake up. As they reach the tower entrance, they notice something shocking. A girl around their age, wearing a cloak made of crystal threads. Walking, she's the only person not frozen. She stares at Aiden and Lyn with hollow silver eyes and says, "You bear the twin sigils. The curse chose you too." Aiden raises his sword. Lyn prepares a spell. The girl lifts her hands, unafraid. "I'm not your enemy. I'm the last survivor of this city. And I know how this curse ends." Those words freeze Aiden in place more than the city ever could. The girl leads them inside the clock tower. Inside, gears the size of mountains hover in the air, unmoving. Frozen magic pulses like veins through the walls. She speaks softly. The city tried to break the curse centuries ago. But the attempt backfired. Time stopped. And I was the only one left untouched because I carried the prototype sigil. Lyn steps forward. Prototype? You mean a version before ours? The girl nods. My sigil predicted something. Something terrifying. She reveals a mural behind the clock's central gear. 3 glowing marks forming a complete circle. The girl recites, when the third mark awakens, the bond will reach its peak. And one soul will be demanded as the final key. Aiden freezes. Lyn's breath trembles. A sacrifice, not symbolic. Not metaphorical, literal. And the curse hasn't decided which one it will take. Before they can process the prophecy, the impossible happens. The city's first gear twitches, then turns. Time is restarting. And behind them, the sigils on Aiden and Lyn's hands burn with blinding light, the third mark carving itself deeper. The girl whispers, the awakening has begun. Aiden looks at Lyn. Lyn looks at Aiden. For the first time, fear isn't about the monsters outside, but what the curse may eventually make them do to each other. The gears of the frozen city begin to turn. Buildings shake, dust lifts from the streets, and slowly, painfully, people trapped in timeless stillness begin to move again. But the air is wrong. The curse on Aiden and Lyn burns like molten fire under their skin. The third mark is awakening. The silver-eyed girl looks at them with sorrow. It has begun. The curse is choosing. Aiden grips his sword. Lyn steadies her shaking hands. They know what's coming. The sky cracks open with glowing fractures. A colossal figure descends, neither god nor monster, but a living seal of ancient magic. The sigil warden, the curse made flesh. It speaks in a voice that shakes the city. 2 souls were bound. One must be given. The final key demands a life. Aiden steps forward instantly. Take me. Lyn shouts, voice breaking, no. The curse doesn't choose the strongest. It chooses the one with the deeper bond. The warden raises a hand. Both are lifted into the air, choked by invisible force. The third mark blazes on their hands, forming a complete ring. The curse chooses, light floods the sky. Aiden's mark glows brighter, brighter, and then dims. Lyn's mark erupts with blazing energy. The curse has chosen her. Aiden screams, breaking free of the spell. No, take me instead. Lyn floats upward, tears rising with her. I knew, from the beginning, it would be me. You always carried hope. I carried grief. Curses choose sorrow. The warden prepares to take her soul, to complete the ancient seal. Aiden leaps, grabbing her hand. The sigils spark violently. The warden snarls. Interference is forbidden, but Aiden doesn't let go.